It's kind of like the old booktube can't come to the throne right now. Why? Because it's dead.
Oh, my friends don't care about everything as long as you got a story to bring. We'll take you along.
What is up, guys? I don't know what I'm gonna call this video. Maybe I'm gonna call it like spilling the tea. I don't know, but I've got my tea because I am ready to spill. That's on the agenda for the day, but we'll see what happens. But what is up, everyone? My name is Andrea. If you don't know me, you should subscribe because, like, why not? You should also hit the notification bell down below to be notified every time I upload a new video, as soon as I upload a new video. But anyway, today I'm gonna be spilling the tea, apparently. Basically, what we're gonna be doing today is going through the Booktube Real Talk Tag, and we're gonna go through these questions. I'm gonna share with you guys my full-on, uncensored, just whatever the question's asking, I'm gonna tell you my opinion on it, my opinion on Booktube. So hope you guys are ready for that, and hopefully this goes very well and it's just an insightful talk on the realities of Booktube. But first, before we get into the video, I do want to show you guys something really cool. So look at this cute shirt. Look at it. I know, you're probably like, where'd you get that from, Andrea? It's so cute. Well, thankfully I got sent this from the Bookish boutique. They are an online like e-commerce seller and they have so many cute things. They let me pick out a few things. This was one of them that I got. They have a lot of different designs that you can kind of like put on shirts or bags. Like you can put them on kind of whatever you want, mugs, everything. So I got this shirt and it's very cute. And then I also got this bag, which is very cute too. It says the same thing. It says abibliophobia, the fear of running out of books, which I definitely relate to. This thing is huge. Next time I go shopping for books, I'm definitely gonna take this with me because it can hold so many. Very sturdy, very awesome. So I'm so grateful for Bookish Boutique for sending me all this. I will link their store down below so you can check it out, and I also have a discount code you can check out as well. That's gonna be down there. But anyway, let's just get into the questions of this tag. Okay, so the first question is, what's something nobody told you about Booktube before you started your channel? Something nobody told me, or just something I didn't realize, was how big the Booktube community actually is. When I started watching Booktube, I really only watched like a couple people that were, I would consider, bigger Booktubers. Like they had over like 100,000 subscribers, so they were huge. And I watched their videos like every day all the time, but I didn't watch a lot of people, only those certain amount or certain couple of booktubers. And that's kind of like just because I didn't find that many. I wasn't on book Twitter or anything, so I didn't know about the rest of the community. So when I joined, I quickly found out that the Booktube community is huge. Like there's this entire almost like underground tunnels of just a million other smaller creators, which is really great, I think. And so whenever I started Booktube, I realized how many other people there are, how many more channels there are to get into, to see their different takes on it, to see how some people talk about only romance, some people talk about just fantasy, some people just talk about sci-fi, thrillers. There's something literally for everyone, and I didn't know that going in. So that was a very cool thing to find out, was just how big the Booktube community is, how many people there were, and I just think that is an awesome asset of Booktube. Number 2 is, what is your opinion on typical Booktube videos like wrap-ups, TBRs, hauls, etc.? Personally, I love the basic Booktube videos. Those are the ones that I started watching. Those are the ones that I still gravitate towards watching. Book hauls, I will watch all day, every day. I love watching book hauls. There's just something about seeing what people buy and like getting those book recommendations that I love. I also love filming book hauls now. That's like one of my favorite things to film. I like to share with you guys the new books that I buy, so that's definitely always really fun. I love watching wrap-ups. I think it's a great way for us as the people who make the videos to share with y'all what we have read and like catch everybody up on everything that you've read. I think it's also a good video to make every month just to have something to film. That's a great aspect for booktubers that are trying to stay consistent. Like doing wrap-ups gives you something to film every month. So that's cool. I don't typically watch TBRs that much. I think that it's just because I don't see that many in my subscription feed, but whenever I do watch them, I think it's cool to know what people set out as a goal to read for like the month or something. I also have recently been watching like people's videos that do their entire TBR. I think that's cool too, to see like your almost not lifelong TBR, but like if you're like me, you have over 200 books on your TBR, and it's cool to see like all of those, what they are, because it's everything you have, but you just haven't got to yet. So I do like to watch those too. Number 3, what is an assumption you had about Booktube before you joined? Was it proven to be correct or not? Here's where the questions get a little bit more interesting. So I thought when I joined Booktube that everybody wanted to be friends. I thought that like I was gonna join Booktube and my favorite creators were gonna notice me and they were gonna like want to be my friend and talk to me all the time. Or like whenever I realized that book Twitter was a thing and I joined, I was like, wow, everybody's gonna want to be friends. And to an extent, I guess that's how it is. But then again, it's not really like that, like at all. Not everybody wants to be your friend on Booktube, and I think there is a lot of like subgroups and cliques and stuff, which is just natural. So like finding out how big the community is, it's natural that people have their own little groups. And like whenever I joined Book Twitter, I obviously like found my own group of people that I talk to every day, and like it's nice to have some Booktube creators that you know, and can like ask for help about things or just talk to or interact at all. But I really thought like you guys, at first, whenever I had like not even 100 subscribers, I thought that this one person, this one creator had like, I don't even know if they had 1,000 subscribers, I don't remember, but they had more than me. So I was like, wow, they're famous. So I reached out to them and I was like, do you want to do a video together? We can like do a book swap. Like I'll send you books, you send me books, and like maybe some bookish items, and we can just like have a cool video. And I thought we would like become friends and maybe like get to know each other, to know like what they would like and like bond over that and like become friends. And then I quickly realized how dumb I was for doing that. And I've never told anybody this because it haunts me. This is embarrassing. This is so cringy, because they were like, no, like politely told me no. And I was like, okay, as you should, because I don't know why I expected a stranger, because it is a stranger. Like literally, I'm a stranger to them, to say yes to giving me their address and sending this stuff. Like I didn't know. I was just so naive. Like this was a couple years ago, but I just thought that like everybody was going to be super welcoming and want to be my friend. And so that was my first like really rude awakening to the fact that that's not how it works. And like young Andrea Reads was just very naive, and I don't know why I did that. And like I really think that person like subtweeted me about it and like said something like, what did I get myself into, or how do I get myself in these situations? I don't know. It was something like, it was a tweet that just like seemed like it was talking about what we had just said. And I was like, wow, this person hates me. My Booktube career is over. Everyone is gonna find out that I am just this weirdo that wants to like talk to everyone. And obviously that didn't happen, and that person is still really sweet, and I think I'm still subscribed to them. But like I just cannot believe how much I really thought that people were just automatically gonna want to be friends. Like I follow you, you follow me, so we're friends. That's not how it is. It's definitely not how it is. Not saying that people aren't welcoming, because a lot of people are, but it's just like all about finding your group and finding the people that you actually vibe with and that you genuinely can talk to and connect with. And I think that's something very special that you can find on Booktube and the community, but that just haunts me. Like I never wanted to tell anyone that. And now I've told everyone, but it's something that now I've seen a lot of growth on my channel, on me, on the way I view books and the way I talk about books. So I feel okay like saying that, just in case, you know, don't do what I did. If you are a smaller booktuber or you want to be a booktuber, don't do what I did. I also think that reading books is a very antisocial hobby. It's something you do by yourself. It's a very introverted thing. But the fact that there are so many people on Booktube, it kind of makes it a extroverted thing. Whenever you can talk to other people and engage with your audience or engage with other booktubers, it's really something that is very special. And I think as book readers, we're all kind of, or at least me, I don't typically like to talk to a lot of people, so making friends is not easy. And I think that's something that people don't realize. We're all kind of like that. Like all readers are if you are like an introverted person, you don't really make friends easily. So we're all here on the bookternet trying to make friends, but none of us are really good at making friends. So it's kind of funny how hard and like how many tweets I see that are like, I want to like be friends, I swear, but like I can't, I don't know how to like talk to somebody or start a conversation. And we're all like that. So it's just like a bunch of like people that don't know how to talk to people, but we want to talk. That's just what we are. That's just how Booktube is, the community. I don't know what this has relevance to, but I felt like it had relevance. And I didn't know that going in. Like, I didn't know that people would all be like me. I thought maybe like other people would start the conversations and like other people would just jump to be your friend, but no. I learned quickly. I learned my lesson. Number 4, what is something you've done that has actually helped you grow your audience? So this is a couple like really big things that I did that I noticed helped my channel grow. So it really matters what kind of content you create, and I think certain videos like book hauls obviously do very well. I love to do book hauls, and if you can do book hauls, like I know you have to have like money to buy a book, so it's like not everybody can do these massive book hauls. Like I've seen people that do book hauls like every week, and I'm like, how do you afford that? And like get Bookish subscriptions and have so like all this stuff, and it's not fair that those views get more, but it's just like how it is. So if you can, book hauls do really well in general. I think videos that are like the trendy things, like doing the tags, jumping on the tags, tagging other people, that also helps you get more into the community and get more views if that's what you're trying to get. I know reading vlogs are like a big thing too right now, and reading sprints. Oh my gosh, so many people do live reading sprints, and I really think if you can get on to doing that, you are probably going to bring in a lot more subscribers. The number one thing that helped my channel, which I know cannot be for everyone, but if you like to do this kind of video, so before I was monetized and didn't have like all my watch hours, I got all my watch hours from doing book reviews. I used to make so many book reviews because I love to just review a book. That is my favorite video to make. I haven't done one since I think like Gods and Monsters, which wasn't my favorite book or review, but I love to do reviews in general. And so if you can read a book as soon as it comes out and get that review up, like one of the first reviews up, it's gonna do really good because people look for those. That's what I did. And I think this was more happening before, and now it's kind of like died away and people don't watch reviews as much, but I don't know, I love it, so it's kind of hard. I'm kind of biased because like I look for them and watch them, but I don't think the community in general loves reviews, but I do. So anyway, so I had a couple of videos that did very well. Like whenever I reviewed Supernova, I was one of the first ones to have that review up, so people were watching mine because it was the only one that was up, and I don't think a lot of people have reviewed that book anyway, and it was the final one in a series. I wanted to review it because I love that series, and then I knew other people would probably want to watch a review on it, so I got it up pretty early and it did really well, helped me get a lot of watch hours. Did the same thing for like the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. That video did really good and also has a lot of views because people wanted to know what other people had to say. People that don't read or weren't going to read the book still wanted to like know about it, so they're gonna watch reviews. And that book, along with Midnight Sun, my Midnight Sun book review has over 20,000 views, which is I think my most viewed video. I think it even had 25,000 the last time I checked, and that pushed me over my watch hour goal because I think before that I wasn't monetized. That definitely helped me, got all my watch hours, and then I could be monetized. So I'm not saying I made a lot of money off that video because I didn't. I wasn't monetized when I made it, but the fact that I did help me get my watch hours and help me to get monetized. Yeah, haven't done a book review like that. Like a video of mine hasn't done that well in a while, but that was still something that helped me get a lot of subscribers, helped me get my watch hours, and just got to engage with the audience, and people that maybe might have never found my channel ended up finding it and stuck around. So that is a huge tip I have, that if you are starting out a channel, if you have a smaller channel or whatever and you want to grow it, definitely try to jump on review videos like as soon as the book comes out. I also did this for like Chain of Iron, but that one didn't do as well. But Shadowhunters are such a hit and miss. Like Shadowhunter book, like new release videos usually would do pretty well because the Shadowhunter community is big too. But it just depends. Like, I don't know, it's always a hit or miss what you think could do well in a video might not do well. What you think might not be a hit ends up being great. So yeah. And I'm also talking about this as if I have like a super like huge YouTube channel, and I don't. But you know, I am content with like my channel. Like I love all my subscribers. I love the people that engage with me and that I notice commenting on every video. Like it's awesome. It's so fun. So like that's where I'm at, and this is just what I've learned from now. Like I know I'm not a pro and I'm not like the biggest booktuber, but this is like what I've learned. This is my truth, if you will. That's so dramatic. Anyway, okay, let's keep going. My throat hurts. So next, what is a common mistake you see new booktubers making, or one that you made? Well, I already told you guys about my biggest mistake I've ever made on booktube, so I'm not gonna bring it up again. We know what I did. Don't make that mistake. Do not do that, please, because it was embarrassing and you don't want to like continue life thinking about those cringy moments. Mistake I would say is like not being consistent. If you want to do booktube just as a hobby, then you don't really have to worry about consistency. But if you want it to become something more and you want to grow your channel, I think that you have to be consistent and put in the work, because like you're not gonna reap the benefits of something if you don't put the work in. So I would definitely say be consistent. I would also just recommend, my dog just like wants me to give him belly rubs. I'm sorry, that's what I'm doing. Probably looks weird. But I would also say like a mistake is just talking before you think. Like this happened a lot last year on book Twitter, and I bring up book Twitter a lot because I think it goes hand in hand with booktube, because there's a lot of people on booktube that are also on book Twitter, and it crosses over and people make videos about what people say on book Twitter. So it's like it mixes, it crosses over enough. A mistake would be not watching what you say. Like whatever you put on the internet is going to be there forever. And I think this used to be a bigger lesson that we were taught. Like watch what you put on the internet. Don't give people your real names. Don't tell people your address. Don't say things that you don't want people to find later. And like people have gotten away from that because social media and internet is just such a huge part of everybody's lives. So that's definitely difficult, I think, even here. Like we've seen some bigger booktubers that have said things they shouldn't have said, and they were trying to do good but they didn't, and then what happens? Their channels get deleted, they fall off the face of the earth, and we never hear from them again because of what they said. So yeah, if you don't know if what you're saying is the right way you want to say it, like you could say something and it comes out totally wrong, but people are going to interpret it how they want to. So if you're not ready to deal with the consequences of that, watch what you say. Don't say anything that people can take wrong. Don't say anything that you'll regret. And it's hard to know like in the moment what you would regret, but watch what you say on the internet and watch what you say on booktube, because people will remember. People will know that. People will take it and run with it. So I mean, that's never happened to me because I generally don't think that I've ever said anything bad, and I don't ever mean to talk mean or offend anybody or anything anyway. So it's definitely not something a lot of people have to worry about. Like I don't think people mean to say bad things. Nobody intentionally is mean on the internet. Well, maybe some people are, but like the booktube community around me, the people that I interact with, all lovely people. So it's not, you don't have to worry about that. But every once in a while, I know like me and my friends, sometimes we would just want to say stuff. We might say it in our group chat, that's private, but we're not gonna like say everything we want to say on the internet, because then everybody will know. So don't do that. That's gonna be a big mistake. Next, what are your thoughts on working with publishers and sponsorships? Well, obviously I really like sponsorships. I'm just kidding. I mean, if anybody wants to sponsor me, feel free. But I think it's a great aspect of booktube. I think it's really cool that the booktube community can be taken seriously and get to work with brands and publishers and sponsors. Like that's amazing. I love seeing people get arcs. I love that people get to experience that. That's really cool. And those books get into the hands of the readers that can introduce them to the community or to other people. And I think that's a great thing. Something interesting to me is that when this tag came out, TikTok wasn't a thing. Now TikTok is a thing, and TikTok, Book Talk specifically, gets a lot of sponsorships and gets a lot of stuff from publishers, I think, which I know a lot of people I have seen voiced concerns with how easily Book Talk has it compared to BookTube, having been here for all these years, and not everybody gets the same things that these book talkers get. And I see it and from both perspectives, because I know a lot about business and marketing. So I know that like from a marketing standpoint, getting on Book Talk for every company should be on TikTok, because that is where the people are. That's where you're gonna get this almost like free advertisement. And so the fact that publishers and sponsors want to do that with booktalkers makes complete sense, and I don't see a problem with it. On Booktube, I think it's great. I think it's fun. I think that, I don't know if anybody actually has a problem with people that get sponsors. Like, I know people that just do videos only if they have a sponsorship in it. That kind of like sucks. Like, it's kind of like you're not doing it for fun anymore. You're just doing it because you're gonna get money. But then again, who am I to tell somebody that they can't do it just for money? Like, I don't know. I don't have a problem with it, but I guess I could see how it could be interpreted as wrong and not caring about your subscribers. You just want to get views, to get money, to get sponsorships. But I genuinely can't name anybody that actually does that. So publishers, sponsors, reach out to Booktube all you want. I think it is great. This video is really long. I didn't know I had this much to say, but apparently I do. I had been wanting to make a video on Booktube, but just like the community and everything. So this is actually me getting to let out my thoughts, which is fun. I mean, I wanted to do this, so that's great. But lastly, do you think Booktube is dying? So I don't think Booktube is dying necessarily. I think that the old Booktube that we known for the past like couple decades is dying, but a new era is emerging. The booktubers that I used to watch are older now. They don't make as much content. They're kind of like burnt out, and that's okay. That happens. But now there's, like I said, there's so many smaller creators that are coming up and they are taking over. There is so many more booktubers now. There's so much more people in the community that want to voice what they have to say instead of just talking in the comments. They're actually making their own videos, which is great, but it's just a new era of booktube that is going to evolve, and like everything evolves, Booktube is going to do the same thing, and I think it has already started. I think we are already in that progression period, which is great because, I mean, I'm a part of that. Like, if you're watching this and you're a booktuber as well, you're part of it too. We are this new era of Booktube, which it's like, it's kind of like the old Booktube can't come to the throne right now. Why? Because it's dead. Because Booktube is dead. But this new era is here, and that's pretty cool. I'm excited to see what, you know, Booktube turns into. Back then, I watched a lot of videos that were like hauls and tag videos and like funny stuff, people doing like skits and like more for the entertainment aspect. Now I think Booktube is a lot more about the aesthetic. It's about the live shows. It's about like doing readathons. There's so many readathons all the time, which is great. It's not a bad thing. It's just different, and it's just changing. And I think whenever I started Booktube, I was really in the middle. I wanted to make the content that I watched from like older Booktube creators, but then it wasn't working because the newer era is coming up. And so that's what, if you want to stay with the trend, you want to stay with the cool kids, you got to follow where they're going. So it's just this kind of like labyrinth of underground rules of Booktube. But then again, all we do is read books, so it's not that serious, and we just make content about books. If somebody wants to make a skit video, do a skit video. If you want to just do tags all the time, do tags all the time. If you want to do hauls, or you want to do these new aesthetic reading vlogs or readathons, then do that. But it's just interesting to me to step back and look at it, and I think I'm just happy to be along for the ride, honestly. It's pretty cool to like document my reading journey and be with like everyone in this community. I don't know if I really spilled tea, but I hope that that was entertaining for some of y'all. If you're still here, I applaud you for being here this long. I've talked so much, but this is like a really cool concept to kind of take a step back and look at like what Booktube is and what it has done for my life, and like how it's changed and how it's affected me and how I see it. So these were my opinions and my thoughts, and I hope you guys enjoyed this somehow. Let me know if there's like anything you maybe thought of while I was saying this, or anything about your opinions on any of these questions. Let me know in the comments. If you want to do this video, you can say I tagged you. I would love to hear a lot of other people's thoughts and stuff about Booktube. So as always, I will have my social media linked down below. If you want to follow me on Bookstagram, please follow my Bookstagram, because I'm trying to be more active on there, and that's an easy way for me to like interact with people. So definitely follow me on Instagram. I have some ways you can help support the channel if you want to check that out as well. That'd be great. Again, I will link the website for Bookish Boutique down below so you can check them out. They have some pretty cool products too. But that's all I have to say for today. So I hope this video wasn't just a waste of time and somebody actually like enjoyed it. But if not, it's whatever. It's still gonna go on my channel. So I hope you have a great day and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!
Forget about all types of things. You remind me of the Arizona thunder. Satisfy the times and make you wonder about the bigger picture in your life. The simple times in the Arizona thunder. The Arizona thunder tonight.